Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing the like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour is not looking too good here. As you can see, we have broken below this area of well, support, previous support, now obviously now turn resistance. We broke through that area. All I will say in my ever optimistic bullish way is that you can see we do have some wicks below that then did bounce, and also obviously $40,000 is round number support. So whilst we don't have it drawn, any lines drawn in at just the round numbers, there would obviously be a bit of buying the support when we dip to 40,000 or maybe dip just below it. People will potentially have orders around there, and in the obviously the high 30,000 handles. So yeah, that is not to say that we are not looking too good here anyway. So we have got this level below this horizontal here, about 38,000, 39,000. If we do come that low, get supported there and turn back up, it will not look like the worst chart. It won't look like the worst scenario. Obviously, if we lose that and then come all the way back down to this level down here, we would certainly look like we would most likely trade lower, but I don't potentially see that happening. But obviously I didn't necessarily see us finding our way below this support, so anything can happen. We do know what drives this market, and if we nip over to the S&P futures, SPX, which is just the S&P futures, you can see that we are testing the support level here. So this clearly doesn't look that bullish, but if we are to maintain this horizontal and trade back up, then Bitcoin will no doubt get supported around about where it is now and make our way back above that resistance area. If we do actually go and look at Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum is actually holding its support here, whereas obviously Bitcoin isn't, and then obviously that is reflected in the Ethereum Satoshi pairing, which is still like not looking too bad. I mean, we can extend this horizontal here. This is what we're contending with at the moment here, but looking bullish to break up from here. Obviously this isn't looking bearish in this short term, at least. So that is an indication it is kind of risk on. It's kind of like, is Bitcoin actually going to get supported around the round number support of 40,000? Our stock markets are going to get supported around this level they're at now. We shall have to see. Obviously, if this does break down, Bitcoin will break down further, and then Ethereum will no doubt lose that horizontal also. DXY is getting supported at the moment at present with its support level. So if we do move up from here, potentially expect some weakness, but if we can make our way actually back below, that would look particularly good. But we'll just have to see what happens there, because it's not it's not particularly giving us any real direction. All we can see is an expansion of volatility and a contraction of volatility. So we would be looking for an expansion again at some point. And whilst we are actually towards the lower end of this range here, we could come to the downside because we are closer to the breakdown than we are to the break above this horizontal. So 10-year still under 2%, trying to, obviously, as you can see, make its way back below here. So not too much to see there. We now have an 80 handle on oil, so this is potentially the top that people have been searching for to try and short for a while. So yeah, maybe we get a little bit of a bounce back up, well, but just basically back to a 90 handle before coming down lower. Levels are obviously at $85, but I would suspect if we are going to move down, then we would probably test lower than 85. It would be a bit more aggressive than that, around, yeah, maybe just below $80, and yeah, that would obviously be good for the the energy element of the inflation statistics that we've got going on at the moment. Not too much to look at. I mean, like I've said, we are going to be closely watching this. It is Friday today, so traditional markets will close. They're not open for the weekend like crypto, so we do kind of need a good close here. 44.50 I would class as a good close. Anything below below this support level would not look good for people looking at charts over the weekend, and then obviously hitting bids when the market opens for them on Monday. Let's look at stochastics. Stochastic 4 hour has had a nice pullback and could potentially give us some upward momentum from this lower level. 10 hour is diving, so only really downwards momentum from that. 12 hour actually turning down, rejecting, getting back into the bullish half. Daily coming down as well, did look to turn back up, but has obviously continued back down. Buy daily turning down for a relatively high level, but here's our saviors: 3-day, 5-day, and weekly looking good. Bi-weekly, obviously bi-weekly, the monthly down here, but these higher time frames could no doubt support us basically at the very well, the very lowest in price action would be obviously this lower level here, but I think those stochastics can certainly hold us above 38,000 and put in what would be a higher low relative to these lows, which would obviously give us a higher high just about relative to these highs, and then obviously a higher low to those, and then we can go onwards and upwards, try and break this upward level of resistance and continue upwards. You could still make out the inverted head and shoulders. Obviously this shoulder is a bit wonky, a bit low at the moment, but like I said, if stock markets do close up, we basically Bitcoin can close today above let's call it 42,000 will look very good, but yeah, in the support area, the head and shoulders play is still on. So yeah, there you go guys, that is it for today. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.